Alright guys, day 2. So we've done the wash, decon, paint correction. Now we're about to do our coating. So I've got all my coating stuff set up, my towels that I'll use, my first wipe towels, my second wipe towels, my applicator, my little pipette for taking out the coating. So what we'll do now is I've got isopropyl alcohol and distilled water that I'm literally just gonna spray down on the surface. A couple of guys use some, surface prep or whatever, but this has never failed me. It's really easy to use. It's cheap. Just spray down the whole car with it. I let it dwell on there for about 1 to 2 minutes, because remember, the compounds and polishes that you're using are hydrophobic, so they're supposed to repel water. So this has water in it, so you need to let it sit on there for a minute to kind of break down whatever is left on there on the surface. Okay, set you guys up right here. Gonna sit up there for a minute. See, there's still a little compound on there. Get all that wiped off. This is definitely a step you got to do. These are all steps you should be doing if you're ceramic coating anything. Like even when I did that house, I've got to do this step. So kind of your next part, what I call towel inspection. So I'm going to use the same towel that I'm going to do my first wipe with. Not the exact same towel, same similar towel that I'm going to do my first wipe with. So it's these edgeless, I think they're called the Creature towel from the rag company. You just want to make sure that you inspect your towel, especially your coating towels, before you go on to a clean surface like this. Make sure you have no grass or anything inside your towels. That's why I wash these towels separately from anything else. Last thing you want to do is, when you get to this step, is scratch the thing when you're coating it. You're just going to wipe it all down really nice and soft. Removing all the alcohol and the water. Okay, so we'll continue the same kind of process throughout the car. Alright, so this next part. So I've just removed the little dropper part of my bottle. Now this is the Undrdog Marine bottle, the 100 ml. But I actually get Undrdog to do their Pro coating in their 100 ml bottle, and I just pay the difference on it. So that's why if you see Marine, oh my god, I'm putting it on a car. Yes, but it's also their top product, so chill the fuck out. Anyways, so I'm gonna fill up my little dropper. I got these from my buddy Cody. He uses them. Thought this was a great idea. Also, easy way to save your coating too. Microfiber applicator pad. So the little bit of difference with Undrdog and why I use it is so easy to apply. It's so easy to apply. And so what you're about to see me do is I'm going to start with the big areas. So with the Undrdog coating, the longer it sits up, you got about a 30-minute window to kind of mess with it. I usually keep it at about 5 to 10 minutes, just because I got to do this car and I got to do a matching truck right after it outside. So what you're going to see me do is I'm actually going to apply the coating to this entire rear quarter panel and the door, and probably that door. And we're going to literally wait. So as soon as I start on this panel, I'm going to set the timer. Usually it gets around 5 minutes or so. It'll take me probably maybe 1 to 2 minutes to do that panel. 1 to 2 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes, so 5 minutes probably total. As soon as I get to that door and get done with that, I'm going to start wiping over here. So let me see if I can take you along for the ride here. See if I can lower this down enough where you can see. There we go. See me good right here? Yep. Just load it up pretty good. Make sure the edges are all covered. It's a good amount. Now it's kind of spread out evenly. Might be the perfect angle right here. See how it automatically changes the depth of the color? Boom, that one's done. Here, let me see if I can show you. So when you see people online talking about flash time, this is what they're talking about. It looks like a rainbow. This is it flashing. Okay, we'll do the same thing right here. Same thing to this door. Cool. There you go. So that was about 2.5, 3 minutes. We're gonna let it set up on there for a little bit. But 2 to 3 minutes to coat an entire side. It's gonna take me maybe 3 to 5 minutes to wipe it off. But I just did an entire side. So you're cutting down your installation time so much. I mean, on some small cars, I can do a car in like 20 to 40 minutes sometimes. This takes a little bit longer because I'm on the phone with you, but as you can see, it's setting up really nice. And if you're wondering why I started in the middle and did like this kind of like W pattern, what I've found is, and also by watching Cody, what I found is when you start at the top, right after you've applied to the pad, if you start at the top is like super wet. So if you do this kind of pattern in the middle and kind of spread it all out, by the time you're wiping across, you're picking up a lot of that big the big coating. You can help kind of smear it everywhere else. That's just a little thing that I found a little bit easier to do. So it is 70 degrees in my shop at 73% humidity right now, so it is a little bit humid in here, but it should not affect us wiping this stuff off. Let me see if I can get us a good if we can do it from right here so you can see. So I have my first wipe towel. I think this is like a 350 to 400 GSM towel. It's not my favorite towel. I wish it didn't have these little edges, but what I do is I hold it by the edge with my thumb. That way when I'm wiping, it doesn't get bunched up in my hand. What you'll see is super easy to wipe. It's not grabby. And like I said, you can let this set up for literally up to 30 minutes. I did a C8 Corvette about a month ago, and I went to lunch, or I had coated it, went to lunch, and came back and realized I didn't wipe off one of the mirrors. Well, I just decided, I was like, well, we'll see what happens, but it ended up wiping straight off, so. Alright, so that first towel is used to wipe off the bulk of the coating. You can kind of see it's a little bit wet now compared to the other side. You grab your big plush one. This one's going to be your final wipe. This is just going to remove any of the excess that's on top. There you go. Super, super easy to install. That's why I like using this product. So user-friendly. Alright, so now we're going to continue on. Just going to set you up over here so you can kind of watch me work. Yo!
What's up? Man, this thing is so dope.
I'm recording on YouTube right now.
Oh yeah. You just doing a sound clip over it? Or just gonna do like audio over it?
No, I'm just not going to edit it, so you're in it right now. It takes too much time. No, just doing showing the install. Did you see the other one outside?
That's the one we're gonna do.
Yeah.
You did this one yesterday.
Yeah. Turned out really good too.
Did you just start?
Yeah, I just started on, I just knocked out this side.
This guy hit me up asking for a discount. Told him to call you.
Yeah, I straight up told this guy yesterday. He goes, so what's the deal with the sign on the door? He goes, you get that a lot? And I go, yeah. I go, next dude that asked me is getting gutted like a fish. And he's like, oh wow, it's pretty intense. I'm like, yeah dude, I'm sick of it.
What towels are you using?
Those
Gray
right
one?
there.
The gray one? For all these?
Yeah, I'm doing the first wipe with the green and the other one. And
What
then
panel did you do?
I just did these ones. If you want to re-wipe,
This one?
yeah. Maybe grab the light too. Just kind of look it over. I think it's either in the office or over there.
Dude, that thing that people post in the Underdog page?
Oh, it's right there.
Oh. And the Underdog page is crazy.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of stupidity going on in there.
What light, the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice and smooth, huh?
Yeah.
Badass. So Mason's just going to check for high spots with this light and the other towel while I kind of go over. So what I'll do next is probably do the roof. I usually leave the front end for last, and I usually never do the sides until the front quarters until the very last, just because I got to stand up on the wheel to get up on the hood. So I'll do the hood, then the fenders last. So I'll probably do the roof or the other side. So I just installed it on this other side the exact same way that we just did on the other. So even though we've been talking and still working, we're 20 minutes into install, and I would say we're 70% done with it. All right, final section, hood and the roof. No, I was gonna leave the bed and the front bumper for last. All right, so here's kind of final product. All coated, all corrected, all installed. Now we're just going to start doing the detail process, cleaning off everything, cleaning the windows. There you go. Undrdog Pro install.